high school style. So on our board, we're gonna have we're gonna have something on the board. There we go. We're gonna have brackets from 4A, 5A, 6A, 7A, and 8A, and discuss teams, talk about playoff rituals or the way we want to coach and approach the playoffs, and really kind of get down to it as we start the North Carolina High School Athletic Association state playoffs next week. So, guys, y'all just want to talk a little bit about how we got here in your season, real quick, then we'll move on.
And for us, man, we just super excited. This is my third year at Andrews. Last year was our first time making the playoffs since I've been there. It was like a 27 seed, 28 seed, but we got the 3 seed this year. So we just keep doing what we've been doing. We should be okay, doing what we practice.
For us, obviously, like we been at Southern for 7 years at this point. I want to say we probably made the playoffs each year. So it's always the goal to try to keep it moving forward and stuff. So really, we got kind of a young team, new team coming together this year. So hopefully, we just want to gel together a little bit better and see how it goes.
And you say moving forward, but you won the state championship last year. So moving forward this year means a win.
Well, that's the goal always. So
Let's
go. Like I said.
Josh Chavis, Northeast Guilford, 5A. It's my second year. Last year, I think we were the 16th seed. We got a win, then lost to the number 1 seed at Ashford High School. This year, 11th seed, play Orange to open up. Looking forward to being back in the playoffs. Hopefully, we can make a deeper run this year. I think we talked before. This year's been kind of a lot of adversity with our team with injuries and stuff, but we got everybody back now and looking forward to gelling and making a good playoff run.
And for us here at Ben L. Smith, man, we've been had a decent season for sure. Tough schedule. Hopefully that prepared us for a playoff run. We still have only played like one game where we've had all of our guys healthy. Hopefully we'll get DC back first round of playoff game, and this will be the second game of the season that we've got everybody healthy and try to make a run. But when you get to this time of year, what's most important to you guys as far as practice or communication, or what's going to take you from first round team to regional team?
For us, we actually cut back our practice time from 2 hours to 1.5 hours, so the kids are not, so much energy exerted every day. We watch a lot more film during this time to try to more mental stuff than just the physical parts of it. Do a lot of shooting around this time, that's for sure.
I think the same. We right now practice about 1 hour and 15 minutes. We kind of get in, kind of go through, start practice the same way, just so it's the routine is still there. Even when it comes to film, it's more so of not showing the kids, because sometimes I can show the kids film and they be like, oh, he's not that good. And that kid is actually probably one of the best players in that conference, you know what I mean? So, but definitely going over, what they do and talking about it, different things like that. We do work on shooting a lot, but for us, it's more so of whatever they do, just taking those things away and then kind of going from there. So that's kind of what practice looks like for us and our routine right now.
Yeah, I say we cut back on practice as well. At this point in the season, you are who you are. And so, but we really want to focus in on the small details in the game plan. We always have a game plan going into the game, but even more so in the playoffs. And we actually go through it more than, once or twice or the day before. We kind of just repetition after repetition on what we're looking for that game. And, scouting opponents and knowing other teams' personnel, because most of the time you're playing against somebody you never even played against and, from a different area across the state. So we try to get our team familiar with the opponent.
It was funny because all I can hear when you said, come in with the game plan is Mike Tyson. Everybody got a game plan to get hit them out.
For sure.
But that's the interesting thing about the state playoffs, right? When you get hit in the mouth, now you gotta adjust.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta adjust that game plan.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's important throughout the season to have like in-game adjustments to your game plan, so your kids, when they hit that adversity for the first time, they're not just like, oh, what do we do? The game plan didn't work.
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I say for us, I think that me and you had these conversations. Like I sent you a text a couple weeks ago saying, how many defenses do you have? You got the name of yours, and I got the name of mine. I'm like, maybe 4 of them things I've never used during the season, just because people gonna send film out on you. Like you know that. So with that being said, I want that to be something you never seen before or thought that we even had.
I'm gonna pause you there. I'm gonna let you finish.
But,
and for y'all that don't realize, when he says we know that people are gonna send film out, well, in football, they're required to send the last 2 games of film out to the other team. And basketball, our conferences say, hey man, don't share film on your conference opponents or whatever that are in your conference. And what Coach Irv is basically saying is, man, them dudes are sending film on you. Go ahead.
Somebody. I'm not saying my conference, but I'm gonna say somebody sending film. But yeah, I just think that, man, like, yeah. Threw me off.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Sorry,
man. You were talking about the adjustments and how many defenses we played.
Yeah, so I think it's just trying to always be ahead. So I think for my team in September, October, like we were just doing workouts, I was saying we need to be built for the playoffs. Like what we get better at, like make sure we're good February. Like make sure we're clicking in February. Like most people want to be clicking in January. We're clicking in February. We just got to click for 2-3 weeks, and that's the best time for us.
So we look at leading up to the playoffs this year for basketball. This is the first year that we've ever done buys for the first round. A buy meaning you had a good enough season where you don't have to play the first round game. You automatically move to the second round. How y'all feeling about the buys? You don't have a buy.
No, we don't have a bye. We play in the first round. So
You got a buy. How y'all feeling about the buys?
Well, I've been doing it a long time, so I've been when you had a buy.
Yep.
Way back in the day and stuff. So me personally, I don't like it and stuff. I want to play. I want to play every day.
Getting that rhythm.
Yes. In the end, I think sometimes the buy may hurt you a little bit and stuff. So I don't really like it, but it's the hand we dealt, so we got to figure it out. So.
Well, I say for us, with us being young, I mean, we got 3 sophomores that start, so they kind of need that rest for us. So the bye is actually good for us.
Because what?
Just the fact of having rest, just to have,
rest.
You know what I mean? So I think that for us, like, just getting an extra day or 2 just to not have that wear and tear on your body. That I hope that helps us. I hope so.
I think I'm feeling I'm kind of conflicted. One way, I want to stay in rhythm of playing, and another way, I'm glad we kind of get out and scout the teams that we're gonna play. The team that we're gonna play the winner of in the next round. So I'm kind of torn of which way. We'll see how it goes. It's easy for me to say one way or the other right now, but until I actually go through it, we'll see.
Yeah, for sure.
So moving on past that, y'all got something else?
But even let's talk about this. Even with you got first round on Tuesday, second round Thursday, third round Saturday, fourth round Monday. Like, how do you prepare for that? Like, you got 4 games in like 7 days. You know what I mean? Like,
I guess it would be just looking at it like a Christmas tournament where you got to play 3 days back to back. Stuff. The part about that is like playing on Monday. No practice from Saturday.
Exactly.
Can't do anything on
Can't
Sunday.
do anything
do
on
nothing.
Sunday. So that would be, if I had a complaint, I guess that would be mine.
Yeah, I think that's
we need that day to practice.
absolutely.
So is that fourth? So everybody's playing on Monday,
I think so.
or is that like the regional?
No, I think that's the next one.
Yeah. So the next day is
1, 2. That would be.
so
Monday,
the 4th round is
Tuesday,
Monday.
Wednesday.
Everybody's playing Monday.
So that's like I'm still playing at home, or you're still
Yes.
playing at home on Monday.
I think so.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Man, I did not see that. That's
and after you play on Saturday,
Play Saturday.
you're not supposed to practice on Sunday.
No practice on Sunday. No church. No practice. No
Church and stuff.
no dinners. No nothing.
I think it's okay to go to church. Let's leave that
Whatever your faith is.
Yeah.
Whatever your faith is. But Yeah, we got a game on Monday, man.
I didn't realize that. You know, I'm gonna be blessed. You know, I'm gonna feel blessed if we make it.
There you go.
You know,
Sure.
that far.
Well, I'll say something with since we're the only team playing Tuesday, and right now, that's just our focus is that first round matchup.
Yeah.
If we're fortunate enough to win and play on Thursday, yeah, it's a short turnaround, and we probably have to do a lot of travel and stuff. But we're trying to focus on Tuesday, get that win, and then if we do win on Tuesday, that's when we start formulating and kind of already have a plan. All right, how we're gonna practice on the following day on Wednesday. It's gonna be light, or make sure the kids are getting appropriate nutrition and fluids in their body because we would have to take a pretty good trip. And how early would you want to leave school, and those stuff you kind of go ahead and try to plan out, but while maintaining your focus on that first round matchup.
So check this out. How do y'all do scouts, right? Like, he's got a first round game. Let's just pretend like we all have first round games.
Mm-hmm.
So we know who we got to play first round. And then the second round is a day in between. Are you guys scouting all three teams, or are you just worried about the first round team?
We just worry about the first round team. Because if you don't focus on the first round team, a lot of times you ain't gonna get to see the second, in my opinion, and stuff. So, that day after, we've been doing it a long time. So, like, as soon as you win, right, you get to work on it that night.
Mm-hmm.
And you just get to work, start grinding right then. So you be ready.
So for us, we done reached out to teams that played both teams on Tuesday. Teams that's whoever we going to prayerfully see in the second round, both of those teams that's playing. So trying to find as much film as possible, whether if I'm there or not. If I don't make it, then the team that got to play them, I'm going to give them that film too. I am that person that's going to give out film. I can tell you that right.
You're that person as well?
Not in my conference, but I am giving out film. I can promise you that.
Why is that?
Because I want somebody to do that for me one day. So I am. Like, I don't want you to tell me no. So I'm giving film.
So my question is, you talked about it from you having a bye standpoint. I'm saying, so with the bye standpoint, are you also looking at the third round matchup already?
Nah, I'm not looking at the third round. But what I will say is, do I need to start collecting film? I think I need to collect film, but I don't need to look at it, if that makes sense. Because there's certain things that they're going to do in their conference championship that they may not do for the next two games that I can see for the third round, if that makes sense. But I will collect film, and it'll sit there. But I'm not looking at it until we're getting closer to that, if God willing.
Yeah, so since we got a first round matchup, me and my coaches will look at, who we play in the first round. I will assign a coach to go ahead, and since the team we would play has a bye, they can go ahead and start watching film.
So it's only one team you got to worry about.
Yeah, that I'm looking at. Well, one of my assistants is, looking about that next round because they have a bye. So, we already know who will play if we do win. So kind of get a head start. But one of my coaches is focused on that while the rest of us are focused on our first round.
They already called me about you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you send the film?
I'll get into that later.
Uh-oh.
I'll get into that
Who y'all playing?
We play Orange first round.
Okay. And you were at Orange?
For a while.
For a long time?
Long time.
Okay.
Cool. So let's start talking about our brackets. Let's start with 8A. 8A. None of us are in 8A, but we're kind of familiar with a couple of teams. So we'll kind of talk about who we think will be our favorites, and we're not going to put any of us on the spot once we get to our classification. We're just going to all assume that we're state champions. So you don't have to guess where we at. We can talk freely. We'll have to put the pressure on ourselves. Caleb, we got to pull it up on the cool. So when we talking about 8A, who's your favorite, coach? The 1 seed is undefeated West Forsyth in the West. That's my man, Coach Brimm.
Mm-hmm.
And the 1 seed over in the East is Hoggard down near Wilmington. So how you guys feel about your favorites?
So for me, I think there was a game this year that the state stopped and watched it, which was North Meck and West Charlotte. And that thing
right
came
after
down.
The snow day.
Absolutely. I felt like everybody stopped and focused on that game. just because of the matchup of what it is, right? So if I had to pick, Brimm is my guy. I think West Charlotte, they then came down this way a couple times and stole some games. So I think if I had to pick for 8A, I think I'm gonna go with West Charlotte to win that one.
You know, Chambers is always talented.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not sure where they stacked up in conference with that tough conference they're in with North Mac and Independence and West Charlotte, but you know, I think Chambers can always be a sleeper because they're always talented and well coached.
For sure. I on the east side, I have to go with Panther Creek, my guy, Shawan Robinson.
Shawan Robinson.
That's my guy, and he's a good coach. And
former Clemson player.
Yep, for sure. He actually won a state championship as a player, so he's been that and also been to the game as the coach. So I really like what he does with his program, and I know he's going to have his guys ready to play. And then Broughton, I know they got the kid Page, correct? That's supposed to be
Page.
Really good. Yeah, that's supposed to be real good. So
I think I saw him at the NC State game when I was down there.
oh, really? Oh, okay. I know you got high major.
What you got, Coach?
Schools on him.
I go with Panther Creek as well. Like Coach said, they always well coached and stuff like that. So I mean, Harger's gonna be a tough beat though.
Yeah,
I think so.
I know that coach as well. On the other side, I'm going hometown upset.
Jordan
Durham, baby.
Okay. Going hometown. I like that. So, and it's interesting, man. We played a scrimmage. We always try to challenge ourselves a little bit early. And in that scrimmage, it's Mount Tabor, Smith, North Met, and Panther Creek. Man, you talking about smoke.
that sounds like
hey,
a school.
You talk about smoke. So we scrimmage Panther Creek, man. They got a really good guard. I think he's a senior this year, so it'll be interesting to see who comes out at that 8A for sure. So we're moving on to 7A. Our expert on 7A is going to be
somebody else.
Coach Motley.
Yes, sir.
Coach Motley from Southern Durham is our expert on
say,
7A.
Not a word. I just know it'll be tough. Like honestly, like some really good teams, definitely and stuff. For sure.
So I got a quick question, Coach.
Yes, sir.
I guess I'm older, right? See all this gray in my hair. I know Southern Durham. A lot of people my age get confused when they see Southern School of Energy and Sustainability. So do you guys like to be referred to as Southern Durham?
Yes, sir. For sure.
Okay.
We talking sports. We Southern Durham.
Sports,
yeah. But that's the name of our school. So I don't know exactly when they changed it. I understand stuff. So like I said, I've been there 7. One to say it had already changed before I got there.
Gotcha. Probably a bunch of academic money tied to that name.
Yeah.
I would assume.
You got a couple guys in your conference that's up here, and that's ranked pretty high, Coach.
Oh yeah,
Hillside at 8. You got Riverside at 9. I mean, talk about those guys on just your battles with them this season.
Why would you say that, man? I feel like Riverside, right? They Coach Mayshak, I want to say this is his second year there and stuff. I would say like he really did a good job of like turning the program around and stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he was like really pleased with the way they was able to come out and play this year. Hillside tradition, they're always tough and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how they go and stuff. So
let's tell us about you. How was you guys this year? What's your record?
That's the wrong person. I don't keep up with it and stuff, but I know we lost 3 games.
Okay.
We know that and stuff. Played some really tough teams.
Okay.
You beat the number one. You beat the number 1 seed on the west side of 6A bracket for sure.
Tough game always.
So what other tough games did you play?
Yeah, I got the worst memory. In the John Wall, we played a ranked team out of Virginia. Probably a ranked team.
Played Petersburg. Played Petersburg out of Virginia.
Another team.
Played Greenfield this year.
Did y'all
have Little Washington this year?
Played them this year.
Yeah,
got
so,
spanked, but we played them this year. So we played some really tough teams.
Absolutely.
So we'll see how that correlates the rest of the way.
But that helps you guys just off of
sure.
RPI and for you to get the number 1 seed. Like you got to play. You can't play cupcakes and think you're going to get it.
Never.
So the best
always
thing,
make it as hard as you can, in my opinion. Always.
Okay.
Either way, it's going to help you down the road for sure.
There you go. There you go.
if you're that good. When I look back at this thing, man, I got to talk about, like I said, we scrimmaged North Met. Not the biggest team in the world, not the – man, them dudes play hard. Like, those guys, you know, tough Charlotte kids, well coached, and the intensity of their game, you know, is a lot of times unmatched. And I think they're defending state champions, right?
Mm-hmm. Like back-to-back.
Are they defending back-to-back state champs right
I
now?
think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because Isaiah Evans won. Then they beat New Hanover last year.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, that team is primed and ready to go. I'm trying to look up there and see if we see any other sleepers on the West.
I'll say we played against Marvin Ridge in the preseason, and they're not going to wow you with athleticism, but they got 5 guys on the court that can dribble, pass, and shoot. So that's always difficult to guard.
So that's enough.
They got size. And like I said, their center big guys can play inside. They can play outside. They got a real good guard that can push the tempo, can make shots, and create for others. So when I saw their name, I actually thought about them, and they'll be a tough out on that west side. Like I said, they don't have a ton of athleticism, but they can shoot the ball and they know how to play.
Yeah, well, they got the 3 seed, so that lets you know right there that they did their job this season.
For sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Want to go to 6A?
Yeah, let's go down to 6A. We got up in 6A. 6A is where Ben L. Smith is, so let's see if I know anything about any of those teams at 6A. You know, in the summertime, we got a chance to see Rose High School, who was down in Greenville, North Carolina, you know, home of Rodriguez Cummings. And Rose, the 2 seed over there on the East, quick, athletic, explosive team that's going to play an up-tempo game. Really, you know, one of those teams you're kind of nervous to play because, you know, they got that spurt ability. That's even a word. Then you look at Northern Nash, who's the number 1 seed in the East, man. They got a big boy that blocks shots and dunks everything. They got good athletic guards to go with them also. Tell us a little bit about any of the teams from the Durham area, Coach. See, we got Northern up there. We got
71st. I know they're not out of Durham, but I think they've been either Final Four the last 2 to 3 years. Got a great culture there.
Deep runs, yeah.
Been making deep runs, so somebody on that team has been a winner before, you know what I mean, and knows what it feels like to get to that level. I also see Northern Guilford up here. We played them. We actually started our season off with them. They're in the conference with Northeast as well. And then Western Guilford, who actually played you in the conference championship last night. And then you said you scrimmaged Mount Tabor as well. So it looked like the 6A kind of loaded.
Looks like, yeah, a little bit more loaded than what you think. Now, you got Charlotte Catholic down there, who's always been, you know, historically good players, execute their stuff, and they've got a really great coach.
I see Burlington Williams. We played them this year. They got a guard that can really fill it up, averaging over 20 points, and they're always going to be the scrappy. A couple guys who are athletic can make shots. They're not the biggest team, but, you know, they play with a lot of grit and fight, so that's a good matchup there for Burlington Williams. And then I think, like Coach Irv said, Northern Guilford, they got really good guards. They're going to play well. They pass the ball well. They can make shots. So any team that can make shots, it can always be a threat in the playoffs. And then I shot another Greensboro team out in our conference, Southeast. I'm glad to see them in there. And they got kids that can make shots, and they're going to fight and play hard. So.
Did they have a kid to drop 40 on y'all? Was that y'all?
No, that wasn't us. No.
That wasn't y'all? Okay.
They do got a kid that can light it up, though.
So, you know, when you guys earlier, you all said you like kind of focus on the next round. I might be like the opposite of you guys. Like I kind of look down the road and start working on all the possible matchups. And in working on those matchups, I noticed that Northern Guilford played Andrews, and Northern Guilford played Northeast Guilford. You know, anything you guys want to tell me about Northern Guilford in case we got to see them in the third round of playoffs?
Well, you know he's going to share the film.
you ain't got to worry about it.
He already said he was shut up, right?
I'm joking. I'm messing up.
I think the best thing about them is when you see them, they don't wow you, but they share the ball so well.
Yeah, they pass it.
I
real
think
well.
that's the best thing about them. Like they share the ball really well. They got shooters on the team. They got a point guard that's level-headed, touches the paint.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
I didn't play against them when they had the football players. So for me, I believe that their physicality and toughness came a little different.
Yeah, they definitely added a new dynamic. They got a little tougher and they got a little more size when football comes in, and they're not afraid to bang down low. But the main thing I think, and this time of year is what you need is they got 9 seniors. So we always talk about how seniors, they can feel that last moment, last run coming. So you know they play with desperation each and every game. So. No,
So that's not what you wanted to hear. But that's the truth.
So I think that's one advantage they do have is that they got 9 seniors and their guards are seniors, so they kind of control the flow of the game and the tempo. So that's
See, y'all like that. I turned this whole playoff bracketology into a scouting report for me.
But think of this though, even with a team like Northern, like if you have 9 seniors, those kids were together since second grade, third grade,
sure.
4th grade, 5th grade. The chemistry there is just something that's you can't describe, undescribable. You know what I mean? So they're a tough game for whoever they play.
All right. So we'll.
So you don't need any film. Just gave it to you. Yeah, just gave it to you.
Oh no. You go give me the film. So
then you got the 6A, 7A Metro Athletic Conference.
yeah, we talk about our team a little bit, man. We played. I thought we played a really tough competition this year, man. We lost 5 games. One to Southern Durham, Southern school. No, school.
Just leave Southern Durham.
Sustainability.
You got to do all that.
But they were Southern Durham now. But lost another tough one. I think that was what, like 3-point game, 2 3-point game. Lost another tough one to Reedsville. It was another 2 or 3-point game. And lost a couple teams in a national event down in Miami, Florida. So, we feel like we're battle tested. We got Jai Dawkins, who we feel like is the North Carolina Player of the Year. I'm sure there's some other people around the state that feel like they might have the same thing. But he's been a dog for us, man, this year. He's averaged 34 points a game, 12 rebounds, like 4 steals, and the energy and the passion he brings
said what?
and the competitiveness that he brings to our
34?
team. Huh?
30 or 34?
34.
And 12 rebounds?
Yes.
I'll take that.
And 4 steals.
Yes.
He a guard?
Yeah. He plays combo for us. When our point guard goes out, he's a point guard, and when a point guard's in, he's a shooting guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so he was the state championship MVP last year. So he got that experience. We got Gavin Palmore and Caden Turner Scott, who played really big minutes for our championship team last year. And we got some young guys too to mix in, with those, senior leadership. And like you're talking about, Northern got 9 seniors. We have 8 seniors.
Wow.
It's going to be an old man game.
Yeah.
It's going to be a battle of the old guys.
Battle of the old guys. So, we're excited about the playoffs. Obviously, we got to put our heads down and really get to work and understand our competition that we're going to be, up against. But I think if we play our game, we'll be okay. So moving on to 5A.
Coach, you can tell us a little bit about your team, about Northeast Guilford.
Well, I'll say one thing about us, and it's funny, I talked with Coach Partee the other day, and it's almost like we've had 3 teams this year. We talked about Brendan Foster, who had a serious injury, and we kind of was going to run things a lot through him through the summer, and then he had that injury, kind of had to shift things around. And Savion Brooks came, and he had to, change his game a little bit, which he did a great job this year. Usually he's known for scoring, and as a scoring guard, but he had to be on the point and be on the ball a lot this year. And
Oh, he still scored.
Yeah, he did.
I know. I seen
He,
it firsthand.
he improved leading the team that way, and other guys had to step up, which was big time for us. And now that Brennan's back, guys are learning to play with him again, and he's picked up right where he left off from last year, as far as scoring and getting the team, into our offense and being a leader on the court. So I think we had a little adjustment period there, but now, like I said, we have pretty much everybody healthy. We are missing Sherman Winston, who broke his hand, so he's a big key for us. Toughness
Yeah, he's
guy.
a big energy dude,
Yeah,
man.
and
Make
he did
all the
the
hustle
dirty
plays.
stuff for us.
Yeah.
Yep. But so we are missing him, but we're probably as healthy as we can be going into the playoffs, and I think we're very connected. And we took a loss last night to Northern, who's a good team. But I just think throughout the year, I don't know if we'll see anybody as good as we played Smith this year and had a battle here at their place, and that helped us out a lot with the size and athleticism they have and how hard they play. And then we played the Andrews, of course, in the Dream Classic we talked about, and their size and athleticism and how they rebound. And I know Coach Irv was ready to hear that. They close loss to both of them, so I think that prepared us for the playoffs. And I don't know if we'll go into any environment like we've seen here and at the Dream Classic. So I think that's prepared us.
I think that's same thing kind of what Coach Motley said is, you're non-conference, but you guys being a 5A school and you're playing 6As and 7As. And
Yeah, for
you're
sure.
just really preparing yourself for this moment.
Right.
So, there's nothing that someone can throw at you that your kids haven't seen.
Yeah.
Whether it's athleticism, whether it's height, whether it's physicality, whether it's
Style of play.
Yeah.
1-3-1,
Northern
whatever it may
plays,
be. You guys have seen it all. You guys have seen it all.
Plays and stuff is different from how you guys play, so we done seen different styles throughout the year, which is definitely has helped us.
We got Southeast Alamance over there on the east with a 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't seen Southeast Alamance. Are you?
They're very athletic. They have a sophomore kid. He's probably about 6'3", 6'4", built like a bull, very athletic, can rebound. I think his name's Donnie Fairley. He dominates the boards. You got to keep him off the boards, and they got other guys who can make shots and stuff.
Coach Motley said they played Southeast Alamance.
We played them
really?
and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, we played them pretty early in the season though and stuff. But like you said, the young kid got to used to coach with me. My assistant coach actually is the AD there now. So
okay.
we talk about the team a lot and stuff. So yeah, I think they got some seniors on their team that's kind of been there, kind of grew up with the school. It's a fairly new school, maybe 3-4 years.
About 3
top.
years old.
Yeah, about 3 years
What
old.
was the difference between the 7A and 5A competition in that game?
They're trying to get you.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to. But what I will say, like you said, the big kid, he dominates the boards. He'll dunk on you, stuff like this. He's pretty good and stuff. So.
Eastern Alamance. My former players, Parrish Walker.
Yeah, one of my teammates.
Alamance. They have a 3 seed. I see you, Coach Walker.
We played against them here. We played against them at a Phenom tournament here at Smith.
How did they go?
They got a wing. I think he's a sophomore.
Yeah.
Super athletic. I think the scary part about them is, quote unquote, they play him at the 5, but he's not a 5.
Yeah.
That's what makes them. So you probably gonna put your.
It's not super athletic.
I didn't say that.
No.
I said the scary part about them is they play this kid at the 5. I did.
So what's his name? Murphy.
Yep.
That coach is dead. You know him really well. Stuff. He shoots the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, good player, but okay.
Yeah.
But no, they play him at the 5.
Yeah.
So when you go to put your 5 on him, he's a wing. Dribble, pass, and shoot. Shoot the 3 ball really well.
Yeah, I really like his game.
For sure.
Rocky Mount has the big kid, a young kid too, that's supposed to be pretty good. And
athlete. Big time athlete.
Yeah, big athlete, and their whole team's athletic, so they can probably make some noise down there.
So when I look at this, does Northeast Guilford play Croatan second round?
Yes.
If you win?
Yes.
Oh man, my buddy is down there, man.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that's who called me about you.
Oh, Lord.
John Humphreys, man. They used to call him helicopter on what do you call it?
And one.
Yeah.
I remember the helicopter for sure. Yeah.
And he's still head coach.
And
I gave him everything on him.
We got a High Point Central up here as well too.
It's High Point. Why are they 7? I felt like they had a better season. I thought they would be like a 2 or 3.
Well, a lot of them teams on the east side are pretty good down there and have good records. Like Hunt, I know is a pretty good team, and Wilson Fike, and you know, they don't lose too many games down there. They usually have pretty good programs and pretty good teams, so
Gotcha.
it kind of pushes a lot of teams in their seasons down.
Well, I'm going to say High Point Central is a sleeper at
Yeah.
number 7
For sure.
in the East.
Absolutely.
'Cause I'm telling you right now, they got a guard that can fill it up, and they've got some shooters around them,
Mm-hmm.
and they got some solid kids inside. But they're in your conference, right?
Yeah, they're my rival school, so I know they got shooters.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went 10 for 17 from the 3 the first time we played them.
Wow.
I mean, they could really, really shoot it.
Is that what they did?
Meanwhile, they got the kid
I thought I saw
Josiah
the
Hill.
highlights. I saw the highlights.
They got this Josiah Hill kid, senior guard for them, averaged 17.8 for them this year. Then they got a couple shooters to go on the side of him with JP for Les, and then another young kid that's a shooter over there as well.
What about the senior, the light-skinned kid that's a senior? He made a lot of shots against us in
He's a
when he
junior.
was in our conference last year.
He's a junior, I think.
Is he a junior?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Talking about what's his name?
He wear 15.
Yeah, Isaiah.
Yeah. He can really shoot it too.
Yeah.
He probably had 5 of them threes against us.
Yeah, man. them
Tell him, man, they
dudes,
can shoot it.
Yeah,
They
they
can
can.
play.
Tell
I'm picking them. That's my sleeper in the East.
Okay.
That's
I mean,
my
I can see
sleeper.
them getting to Elite 8, Final 4-ish, and then let the cards fall where they may from there. I can
Yeah.
see that from them.
Yeah. What's that West Side talking about?
You know, Hunter Huss. Y'all
We
played him
in the
last year.
playoffs last year. They
Yeah.
got a really good point guard, man.
Mhm. He's back.
He went
I
back.
think his running mate, the lefty, can shoot it pretty good. He's back as well. So
Yeah, I want to say that was the coach son.
yeah, I think they're the favorites at the West.
I look at some of these schools that, like your Hickories, that's been good for the last 7, 8, 9, 10 years straight. Just
They all-
Franklin High School, Crest, like these schools right here, like they're playing with,
East Lincoln got the
they're putting the city on their back to play. You know what I mean? Like these.
East Lincoln got the Jackson Dollar kid, who's very athletic. More big time football, but is pretty darn good in basketball too.
Yeah, he's
So
tough. Actually, his
J.M.
son,
Robinson as a 2 seed. That's LeVar Batch down there. Down there in Concord.
Jesse Carson, we played them in the summertime. Really well coached team. The coach's son is the point guard, so you know he's super high IQ, super
CP,
smart.
they can shoot that 3 ball.
Yep.
Yeah, they can shoot that 3 ball. Yeah, so 5A looks pretty daggone competitive.
yeah, it's a gauntlet on either side.
Gauntlet on either side. Let's move on to Coach Erb's specialty in our last group that we're going to talk about today, the 4A bracket.
So with 4A, you know, we've done a lot of research on a lot of schools just because you never knew where you were going to fall, right? So you never knew who your matchups would be throughout the year. You got the back-to-back state champion Reedsville High School as the number 1 seed. You know, a lot of people probably tried to count them out with big fella Kendra going to school for football early, but they got that kid Deontay Neal over there, and he hates losing.
Yeah.
I'm getting the number 1 seed lets you know he hates losing. Coach, I played him this year. Tell me a little bit about Deontay and Reedsville.
Tough customer. Good player, tough team. I think the best thing about them is they're gritty. You know what I mean? They're gritty. So, if you're going to beat them, you're going to have to be physically tough, mentally tough, and you're going to have to play some good defense, for sure. But when you talk about them at the 1 seed, I see they only got like 1 loss on the season, and it's to the 2 seed, little Washington.
Wow.
And they got a point guard on
I
their
speak
hands,
for
too.
them. They beat us by 20. We had a bad game. I threw it out there first. We just didn't shoot the ball well. I won't say a bad game. We didn't shoot it well. But obviously, some of that was because of them, right? And stuff. So the guard is tough. It's hard to keep him out the lane. He's athletic. And then they got the
lefty that look
guard,
like he really can't play, but he can play.
He can really play and stuff. And then they got athletic kids around that. They can jump, stuff like that. Really athletic. I mean, like really athletic.
I can't remember that one kid number, but he's probably like 6'4", can dunk it any kind of way you can think of.
Yeah, for sure. They probably got about 4 of those guys and not those 2 main guys just like that, though. They really get after it and stuff, in my opinion, for sure.
But just even still on the East, we got Randleman High School. They're super well coached, super well coached. They were in our conference this year. You got the T Wingate Andrews High School with the 3 seed.
Did you say Big T?
The
Oh,
T. Wingate Andrews High School
yeah.
with the 3 seed. Southwest Edgecombe is
Oh,
actually
no. Let's talk about T. Wingate.
The T.
so.
Get it right.
Let's talk about them.
I think that the best thing on Andrews is chemistry and playing well together. I think we play hard. I think that we young team, very young team. We start 3 sophomores, so super young team. But I think the best thing on us is the non-conference schedule that we played. The fact that we were able to play your Northeast Guilfords and play just tougher teams, your Dudley high schools that was ranked in the top 10 for 6A. Those things were battle tested for this moment here. Good size team.
Rebound. Y'all rebound.
Rebounds well. A good rebounding team. But I think the best thing on us is, just the chemistry that we have right now.
I think the best thing about your team is the parity. Like, you might be able to stop this guy tonight, but I don't know the numbers. But when I watch you guys play, I would assume that there's probably 7 guys that all average 8 or 9 points, 10 points. And it's kind of like, who do you stop?
So actually, we had our conference tournament meeting this morning, and someone said that about us. He said that's what makes us tough is the number's 5. We have 5 people averaging 9 points, and we have 1 averaging 10.
Yeah.
So
see?
that kind of, but as the beauty is that's how we're built. Like, if it's not your night, like it may just be this guy's night tonight. And I think that for us, we don't have to depend on one guy to have 15, 16, 17. If he gets that, that's great. Like, that's phenomenal. But you still can't not worry about the other guys because then that's when they'll get their 8 or 9 again for us. But we'll play the winner of Jordan Matthews and Clinton High School. So that should be a really, really good matchup. I know Southwest Edgecombe is actually a 6 seed, and they're in the same conference with Washington and actually beat Washington by 20 this year.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's actually going to be a really good game. And then we got your
you got the legend in
you got your high school head coach
you got the legend
down at Moorhead High School. He's playing First Flight.
Yeah, I tell you what. They better get ready to guard that 3 ball. First Flight. It's going to put it up. You hear me? Boy, they might shoot 73s a game.
Yeah.
Jeez.
No lie.
Yeah, I remember playing him there.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they going to shoot that 3 ball now. Now, if it's falling, you in trouble.
Yeah.
I bet. So now we
Played
got
last year.
Go ahead.
You played last year?
Last year.
You did?
That's how they play.
How many threes
Oh,
they put
yeah,
up?
I
on
watched
y'all?
that film. Y'all played at Southern.
I don't know, but they shoot a lot.
They shoot a lot of them?
Yeah.
Then we got Central Davidson. I mean, they tough team. Tough team. Got a bunch of shooters on that team. So they ain't putting up 70. But I say this.
So I noticed something about your conference. You had High Point Central was in 5A, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were what, a 4 seed?
6. No, 7.
7 seed.
They were 7.
Mm-hmm.
You're 3.
Yep.
Central Davidson's a 4.
Yep.
Lexington is a
2. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Randleman's a 9. Hold up. Ledford's a 7.
Wow.
Ooh.
So when it comes to talk about RPIs,
Yeah.
I felt like we had one of the hardest 4A conferences in the state.
And then plus you're not
Especially when RPI matters.
That's tough.
Yeah.
What you say, especially when RPI matters?
Yeah, that's what they say, right? But Lexington, I'll say this. My sleeper team is Lexington. And I know they have a 2 seed, but I think that physical, big team, got shooters, play fast, could play half court, could get up and down. I think that's the sleeper team that most people won't talk about from that side of the West.
My sleeper team is Salisbury High. Salisbury High, right there, the 3 seed.
Okay.
They got a great coach down there. Albert Odell Perkins is the head coach down there at Salisbury High. His son is running the point. Freshman little guy named Royce, man. He's tough, and they got they got a guy that should be in contention for Conference Player of the Year. Braden out there, the point kind of combo guy, and they got some pretty good little athletes. We played them this year. I think they're going to, kind of prime to make a little run in the 4A.
Does East Henderson still have that guard?
Yes, he scores it a lot.
Yeah, he was pretty good. I know, I remember
Yeah.
a couple years
Well,
ago.
let's not forget our guy Ferg over there at Carver High School. He gonna have Forbush his first game if he do what he's supposed to do. It's gonna be an Albert Odell Perkins and a Kenneth Ferguson matchup in the second round.
I love it.
Oh wow!
So
I love it. I have to watch that on the network.
there you go.
I have to catch that on the network. So,
Okay, Ferg.
any favorite for it? Favorite for it?
I'm going with T. Wingate
There
Andrews.
you go.
Hey,
we cannot go against
There you
that.
go.
I think anytime you have a team that can rebound the ball and dominate the backboards, they're going to have a chance to win no matter what it is. Because you can have an off-shooting night if you dominate the boards and get second chance points and keep one team to one shot on the defense end, you got a chance.
I'm going with Salisbury. We're not going to put the 4A team on the spot.
Go ahead. Y'all put me on the spot.
Oh, yeah. So I'm going with DT Wingate Andrews
Here we go.
High School. That's who I'm going with.
So did we talk about 5A? Who our favorites are in 5A?
Well, I think the favorite you have to go right now with Hunter Huss. They got experience and they're playing, at Wake Forest last year versus you guys, and they got majority of the team back. And then on the East, I guess you have to go as well with Southeast Alamance and what they've put together this year. And I think we got a lot of work to cut out for us.
I'm going to go with the hometown team. Sleeper, Southern Guilford. Hometown team.
Hey, they've been playing real well lately. They've been playing well lately.
Okay. I'm going with Northeast. I think that just listening to Coach and kind of following his team, I understand they got an 11 seed, but the leader just came back. The point guard just came back. The person that was leading them in points, rebounds, and steals from last year just came back. So where everybody else has played 24 regular season games, he's already, like Coach said, he's played probably about 4 or 5 games, but he's in a rhythm right now, and that wear and tear on him from the season, he don't have that. Yeah. So he's playing with a different type of edge. So that's a team you probably don't want to see just because he don't want his season to end early. So I'm going with Northeast.
Go.
Man, I really don't know much about
5A.
Yeah.
Oh, you got Orange High School up there. Ain't that your people? Gotta go with your guy now. Gotta go with Orange.
Boy, put him on the spot.
I'm just playing.
Those fights,
Wilson
Greenville,
fight,
Wilson, where always tough, like just the area and stuff. So
like that fight.
Since they're 2 seed, maybe they might be in the mix. I'm not sure.
6A, who we going with? I'm gonna go ahead and start off, man, because Miss Tanya Dawkins, mother of Jod Dawkins, told me I gotta speak it. I got Ben L. Smith High School going back-to-back state championship. We got to do what it takes. And we're going to speak it right now.
For sure.
Who y'all got?
I think I got to go with y'all too, to the champions dethrone. They're the champ. And you guys been playing well. This back half of the season, it's hard to go at 12-0 in the conference. And you've played against a lot of smoke this year. Like you said, the national schedule in Miami. Then scheduling, Reedsville and Southern playing there. I mean, you've seen different types of teams as well, too. So I think you guys are built for the playoff run. And I can see back-to-back for sure. So Ben L. Smith.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I think it's a different team over there in Northern Guilford when the football players showed up. So I think that second, third round matchup with Ben L. Smith and Northern Guilford is going to determine a lot. I'm going to go with Ben L. Smith as the champions. 6.
You feel pressure to say that?
Just a little bit,
Yeah,
it's
obviously, like you said, we played you. Could have went either way. So I give it go with you for sure on that side. The other side, man.
Well, to that 7A bracket.
Hold on, one more thing about 6A. You can never count out Andy Muse.
No, you cannot. You cannot talk about Mount Tabor High School.
You can never count out Andy Muse. Super
you talking
prepared
about
team.
a guy that's going to have his guys playing at elite level, regardless of what people say the talent is, they're going to be playing at an elite level.
Absolutely.
For sure.
I agree. I'm going to skip 7A.
That 7A, man, I'm going to tell you, I don't know which one I'm going to take. But I'm going to call state championship game those top 2
Top
miles.
Southern,
Up there.
yeah.
I'm not going no sleepers. I'm going to the 1 seed in the East and 1 seed in the West. North Meck versus Southern School of Energy and Sustainability. I like that title.
He said he wants Southern Durham to show up to play, not to
Yeah.
energy and
He
sustainability.
wants Southern
So
Durham
we
to
need
show
Southern
up.
Durham to show up that game.
For sure.
I'll say
There you
this.
go.
I think I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm going with Southern Durham winning 7-8. But I think a sleeper in that is Southwest Guilford. I think Southwest Guilford is a really good team, got really good guards. But
Rip Van Winkle.
my team that I'm picking is Southern Durham.
Beauty.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Southern as
Force
well
right
too.
now,
I haven't
Force.
seen much of them, but I did see the game when you guys
When they
squared
beat
off.
us.
Yeah, at TWA, and it was a great back and forth game. Of course, anytime you got a point guard like they got that can control the game and get into the paint and create for
Yeah, this
himself and others, and then also they make shots
Yeah,
like they did
Brimm.
in Shaw. They gonna be tough. Anybody beat them
Boy.
for sure. So they made some shots that night, and that's what I would have to
Y'all
choose.
must have got there early. This morning it was wrong.
You want us to put you on spot, Motley? You good?
No, I'm good. Actually, that bracket is not correct though. That
That's not.
bracket
It's
came
not.
out wrong
You're right.
Yeah.
this morning.
This one,
But I got it right.
Hey, who you got?
I go with the Dogs down in West Charlotte.
Ooh, what's
they-
that? What's that kid? Did they get a kid in the middle of the season?
Kid from like Oak Hill. And he just kind of he
Is he
already
like a 5-star?
I won't say a 5-star, but what I'll say is he's a great piece to go with the 2 guards they got in that backcourt.
And they sophomores?
They are.
That's the right one.
They are.
And they're physical, right? They're very physical.
Yeah.
We played them in the summertime, and it was a battle, and they was
Where'd you play them at?
in
I
Rock
never
Hill.
see West Charlotte.
In Rock Hill.
Oh, in South
Yeah,
Carolina.
Yeah, we went to South Carolina. And
They
played them.
played Hillside too.
Yeah, I know they very physical team and try to get downhill, and you better have your chin strap buckled up for that.
One
for
thing
that
about
game.
it, them Charlotte
West
teams, you better have some good guards.
Yep.
You better be ready to be guarded full court, 94 feet.
Because a lot of them teams in Charlotte, they kind of defensively they play the same way.
Yeah,
They
they all
gonna
play
pick
the
you
same.
up full court, man, and you're gonna figure out if you're tough or not.
And if your guards ain't tough, you're going to lose by a lot. You're going to lose by a lot, for sure.
Constant pressure for sure.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so we got 8A. Who you said West Charlotte?
Mm-hmm.
You think they're going to beat West Forsyth?
I think toughness, man. And think of this. West Charlotte just won a state championship about 2-3 years ago.
I think 2 years ago, yeah.
So with that being said, like somebody on that team
from
is
a 3A school to an 8A school.
I'm not getting into all of that, but all I know is
Forsyth teams really.
no, they are good and well coached, but West Charlotte's been there before.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing. So even when it comes to like 4A with Reedsville, they've been there before.
That'll
So
be
the
at Wake
moment
Forest
doesn't
too,
scare
right?
them.
That'll be at Wake Forest too.
So yeah,
That
and then
game.
think of this.
I'm you know what? I'm looking at the East. I think I'm taking West Charlotte too.
Sorry,
I'm taking West Charlotte.
Sorry, Brimm.
Yeah. So, we didn't look at the 3A, 2A, 1A. None of us four have a huge knowledge base of those teams, so we didn't want to really talk about them. But obviously, it's going to be some good competition and all the way around. It's always fun to see North Carolina public schools playing really, really well. I talked about this in the podcast with, I think, Deontay and also in Shy. Being able to see the kids like Jackson Keefe now playing at Butler or Paul McNeil at NC State and Juke Harris at Wake Forest. And we're fans of all these public school kids.
Isaiah Evans at Duke.
Yeah, Isaiah Evans at Duke playing really well at their college programs and putting on for North Carolina. Since we call ourselves the Hoop State,
Right.
we got to represent that.
Absolutely.
Y'all got anything for closing remarks dealing with the playoffs?
I was like to say, playoffs, best time of year, and like you said, public high school basketball is here, and just the environments at all the games. I think I really appreciate things that you can't get at other places. I know we had a great environment last night at our conference championship game at Northern, and both fan bases showed up, and I just think that's the main thing that brings the excitement of playoff basketball, when you can have that in the gym, and gyms are not too big, but you're tight up to the next person to you. You can just feel it, the energy and intensity on the court. So I'm excited about that, and I think that brings the best out of the kids.
And I think that's the great thing about public school ball too, man. Is if you pay it. The great thing is now we got social media, and we can not just see what's in Greensboro.
Right.
I could see the Jordan Southern game. I could see the Hillside Southern game and see the intensity of the matchup.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's like rivals Dudley Smith. Or I can look down in Charlotte and watch that, Chambers and West Charlotte or West Charlotte and North Meck and that whole triangle or whatever they got down there with all those teams. And I think that's one thing that can't be
duplicated,
matched,
yeah,
is and compared, just the fact of those natural rivals that regardless of how good or how bad the team is, the game is going to be crazy.
And you think about the
Crazy.
small town schools too, the whole town come out for them.
Yeah.
And I think that's fun to see too, even though it's, a 1A school, 2A school, 3A school, smaller schools, they represent their community. And I think that what makes it fun, especially at public school.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing I can say is we need everybody to support and be at these games.
Yeah.
Yes.
So never just think that, oh, they're the 1 seed, they're playing the 32 or whatever seed, I'll go to the next game. No, be there that night. Because last year I know a 2 seed got beat on round 1.
Wow.
So be there to support these kids because they need that. Support these programs, they need that. So that's my 2 cents, just support.
I just say, congrats to everybody that made it. Everybody didn't get to make it and stuff. So just congrats to everybody all across the state that fortunate enough to be in it and stuff, and just wish them the best as they go through it.
There we go.
Well, this year is our first year in North Carolina having 8 state championships. I mean, state champions.
Yeah.
Having 8 state champions. Some people say it takes away from it a little bit. And it may, who knows? But if you're one of them, it ain't taken away from you.
It's going to feel the same, right?
So good luck to all the guys up here, man. Once again, Coach Chavis, Northeast Guilford, Coach Turner, T.W. Andrews, Coach Motley,
Southern
Durham. I'm Coach Partee, and we'll talk to you after the buzzer.